Welcome to the Tennis Warehouse Racket Review with a Head Grafene XT Prestige Pro. Head updates their popular modern players racket with their latest Grafene XT technology in order to increase power and stability. The 98 square inch head size and dynamic 16x19 string pattern continue to provide a blend of modern power and forgiveness with traditional precision and feel. First up, we're here with Michelle, whose sock game is on par with Chris's at this point. I know this Prestige Pro kind of fits right in, kind of similar to your RF97 spec-wise. How did it work out for you?
Right, the swing weight is right in my wheelhouse, so I automatically enjoyed this racket right off the bat. It's softer than what I like, but I'm starting to really appreciate the softer feel of these rackets. And then I found the string pattern to feel dense, even though it is a 16x19. So I definitely enjoyed the control that I got out of this racket. I could really hit out and my balls were staying in the court. I did suffer a little bit. I was looking for a little more natural depth off the baseline that I wasn't getting, and I was hoping to get a little more spin. I saw that happen in doubles a lot, and then off my defensive returns, I was missing just a little more bite from the ball. And then one other thing I had with the racket was at the net, if the ball was right in my strike zone, I was fine, but if I was outstretched, I felt like there was a lack of stability. But that may be because I'm coming from a really stable, heavy racket. But overall, I found lots of good control and enjoyed this playtest.
Next up, we're here with Granville. You've kind of claimed this racket as your own over the past few days, I know. What did you think of the playtest?
Really like this racket, and so many places to go in limited time. I'm just going to stream of consciousness here. First and foremost, the grip shape on this head racket fits right in. As a lifelong Wilson player, this grip shape was an easy transition. Beyond that, the spec, easy transition from my Wilson 6.1 days. If you're looking for a supplement, 6.1, here it is. Nice headlight balance. Flexibility is 63. It's almost in my scalpel range, but just not quite as crisp. But that's okay. This thing is soft. I can punish the ball in my serves. I got great feel at the net. The spin, I was looking at the play site stats, and my spin numbers were down, echoing what Michelle said, and then further echoing your introduction. This does provide a modern feel on a real classic spec. So overall, it's one of my favorite rackets of the year.
Next up, we're here with Troy. I know you're a big fan of rackets with high swing weights. You've also used quite a few of the Prestiges in the past. How did this one work out for you?
Right off the bat, I noticed that it was fairly similar to the previous version of this racket, the Grafene Prestige Pro. Kind of has that firmer, crisper, a little bit more modern feel, as Granville touched on. So for those fans of the classic Prestige type racket, super soft, super buttery, this one is going to take some adjustment, but with that being said, I still really like this racket, being that I use a 6.195. That's a little bit more of a firmer player frame, so I like this racket a lot. From the baseline, the swing weight felt great. I was timing the ball perfectly. With the open string pattern, slightly more open than my 1820. I was getting easy access to spin. I really noticed it on serve as well. Kick serves, slice serves. Really like the added spin there. But the best thing about this racket for me is precision. I really feel connected to the ball. If I had a knock on this racket when coming to net, it doesn't quite feel as rock solid as my 6.1 or maybe like the RF97. So maybe a little less forgiving at net, but overall, great command of the ball. Like the modern feel of it. Sweet cosmetic. I love the mostly black look here, and the fact that they went back to the black cap grommets. If I had to add one thing, it would be that leather grip. So good stick.
I also got to play test this frame, kind of like what Troy alluded to. It felt pretty similar to me compared to the previous version. Kind of felt like an extension of my arm. Great feel, great control. I did notice with the addition of the Grafene XT technology, there is more weight towards the tip of the frame, and I thought that resulted in a bit more power, especially off the baseline. I really noticed it. And then I actually noticed not quite as much control as I would have liked from that area of the court. I thought up at net, that weight helped for punching volleys deep into the court. It helped on serve for where I wanted to generate lots of extra pace or spin. But off the ground and off my return to serve, I did notice just a little bit lacking of control and a little bit too much power for me. I also thought the power dropped off quite a bit once you got outside of the sweet spot. Felt really nice and plush inside, but if you made some off-center contact, I thought the racket dropped off in power quite a bit. But all in all, if you're a fan of the previous version, I think you're gonna like this one as well. Maybe getting a little bit more power and stability out of this version, and another nice selection in the modern player's frame category. For this playtest, we were using a string called WTS by bellaaaaa, strung at 54 pounds. If you want to learn more, be sure to come to tenniswarehouse.com.